Hello, everyone, and welcome to round three of the 2024 CFRL Cup Series season. Tonight, we are at Kentucky Speedway. I am Ryan Harp, Darth Kylo, and with me tonight is Sam Perry, or the Future 3. And how are you doing tonight, Future?
Doing good. Tremendous race last week. Lots of action. Looking for more of the same this week at Kentucky.
Yeah, speaking of last week, like the biggest story from last week is the continued dominance of Tegan Jones in that Stuart Haas number 4. Like, of course, he's always been like as dominant as he was. I mean, he is the greatest CFRL driver in history for, I would say, for a very good reason. So, what do you expect to see out of him tonight? More of the same, or like maybe something different?
Well, considering the fact that this is a CFRL race, we're going to see Tegan at the front, competing for the win. I believe this is his home track, he said last week as well. So that's just some extra motivation for him to go out and get it done. And I fully expect him to be in contention for the win, if not at the front of the field all night.
Yeah, and I definitely expect the same thing. And the last time that the Cup Series was here was during the playoffs, and David Wessel won on fuel strategy. Now, of course, he is known to win races on fuel strategy, and we've already seen him do that once this season with the CFRL shootout at Daytona. So, do you think he might pull some similar shenanigans tonight?
Well, I mean, he's proven to be able to get it done when you have to get it done when it comes to the fuel. So I do believe that if it comes to that, he's going to be a guy to watch. But also I also expect him to be a guy that can be up there contending for the win, even if it doesn't come down to that. He's a quick driver. So hopefully we're going to get a lot of action out of him, and we might see him go one on one with his boss tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And now Kentucky is kind of like a mile and a half long version of Phoenix, which of course was where we're at last week, where turn one and two are like have progressive banking, where you can like run where the top groove has greater banking than the bottom groove, and then turn three and four is like a like traditional banking with no progression at all. So yeah, very much like a slightly bigger version of Phoenix, but however, this time around, it's a little bit friendlier on the tires. And this time around, it's the fuel that they have to worry about. And of course, we just did talk about Wessel and his fuel saving expertise. But what about the other guys? What do you think they're going to try to do to get a leg up on one another?
Well, I feel like since this is a race where the tires, like you said, aren't as big of a factor as it is at Phoenix, I expect that to narrow the field as much, as far as, I feel like saving fuel compared to saving tires is a completely different ball game. So I feel like we're going to see these guys, they're going to be going from the jump. And, I just expect it to kind of be, I'm not going to say insanity, but I feel like these guys have a lot more room to play with as far as sending it into these corners, trying to get these overtakes done. So we're just going to see what happens, but I expect it to be really exciting, really action packed, and a banger of a race, hopefully.
Yeah, and I hope for the same too. And while we wait on everyone to invite us into the lobby, let's go ahead and run down the starting lineup. Uh, on the pole, we have Cameron Morris in the number 2, and in second place, completing row 1, is Kamal Wright. Now, their times are only separated by 1/100th of a second, so a very competitive front row. Uh, in row 2, we have Jared Ha, who just almost took out Tegan at Phoenix last week. And then Michael Fox in the 42, completing the outside of row 2. Row 3, we have Bradley Domer Jr., who is normally the like one of the biggest threats to any qualifying session we go to, but he is still starting in the top 5. And Tegan Jones, last week's winner. Seventh is Sebastian Padilla in the number 22, and then James Ziconelli in the 24, the rookie, who is, I believe it's his best starting position this season. Row 5, we have Ryan Parsons in the 14, and then Joshua Harris in the Penske number 12. Row 6 is our good friend Kevin Hall in the 37, and Michael Whitman starting a little bit further back than he normally would like to in 12th. Row 7 is the number 7 of Spencer Boyce, and the 43 of Matt Connors completes row number 7. Row 8 is Anthony Peters in the Ganassi number 1, and then Sal Zavala in the number 13. And rounding out the field is Jason Livingston in the number 47. Now, what is probably the biggest surprise when it comes to the starting lineup tonight?
Um, honestly, I mean, I'm not really too shocked about anything at the qualifying lineup, but something I will tell you I am intrigued about is that the times are really close, so that means that this field is going to be really competitive. So I feel like the surprise is going to come from someone who can maybe pull up and shock us. And I think a guy to watch tonight is going to be the man starting in second, Kamal Wright. You know, that man is a lifelong racer. He qualified second tonight, almost had the pole. I feel like he's going to be a guy to watch as well. You know, the Stewart Haas camp looks like they have some special stuff for this race, so I'm really going to be looking at those guys, especially tonight.
Yeah, what surprises me about the starting lineup is that no David Wessel, the winner of the last race here, the playoff race where he won on fuel strategy. So now that he is taken out of the equation, like that does allow for a lot of these other guys to take advantage of I would say, again, David Wessel's fuel saving expertise.
Yeah, I agree. You know, him not being here, like you said, it's going to open the door. So the question is now, who is going to be able to come through? And if it comes down to it, use that clutch, save the fuel, and get it done. I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to see it happen. And like I said, maybe we can get another name on the board as far as winners this season.
And yeah, exactly. And looking at the point standings, of course, Tegan Jones with his 2 wins has 111 points, and he tops the point standings. Right behind him, and not that far behind him, is Michael Whitman in second, who is only 13 points behind him in the with 98 points. And if I can look at the cut line here, so the cut line as of right now, Ryan Parsons is in 10th with 71 points, 1 point above the cut line. And then Sebastian Padilla is in 11th with 70, 1 point below the cut line. Now, of course, it is, very, very early in the season, but uh, what do you think about the cut line as of right now?
You know, the cut line's interesting. Obviously, that could obviously change at any point in time. You know, what happens if one of those guys below the cut or at the cut line, they come through and they get a victory tonight, then it completely flips the script. So I do feel like it is interesting to keep a look at who's there, who's around the cut line, because maybe those are going to be the guys we see battling it out one on one on the track. You know, and I feel like that's going to be something interesting to watch, especially going later into the season. You know, if two guys that are usually competing on track also compete on that cut line, that's going to up the intensity. It's going to be exciting to watch.
And yes, again, it is, very early in the season, but I would say a great performance in this stretch of the season could definitely go a long way once we get to playoff time. And now, and of course, while we are waiting for them to invite us in, uh, I would like to touch up on our first midweek race of the season, which we had on Wednesday night at Daytona. And I would say it played out about as well as the Cup Series race did. There was a lot of pack racing, a lot of aggressive driving for a lot of guys, and of course, fuel strategy there was also the name of the game. And Sam, you had a very good finish in your debut, taking home a third place. How did that feel?
Um, you know, taking home P3 last night. I mean, not last night, last week. Really good, really nice result. You know, like you said, came down the field. You know, you had some guys run out on the last few laps, which kind of flipped the script. But I knew my strategy. I had developed a nice group of friends to work with, and I knew my strategy at that last stage was to be comfortable, staying back, saving the fuel I needed to, and when it was time to go, we were able to get up to P3. I thought I had a chance to go for the win, or at least maybe push Mike to P2, but unfortunately, my help ran out of gas. But I'll take that. Strong way to open the season. I believe I am currently leading the point standings after the first race, so we're just going to be looking to keep that momentum heading into this Wednesday and keep building, and hopefully we can maybe go get a checkered flag. If not, hey, I'm just looking for consistent finishes, and we're gonna go for that championship hopefully.
Well, of course, I wasn't that far behind you as I took home a fourth place finish, and I did had to avoid a little bit of an altercation between a few guys on the last lap, but I was able to break through and get that fourth place finish. And of course, and you are leading the top of the points with 40 points, so I bet that's got to feel pretty good.
Well, that's the best place to be. But just like how we were talking about in the Cup Series, it's early, and if I can't maintain the momentum, it means nothing now. But I am really excited about the rest of the season going forward. I have some strong tracks for myself coming up, so I love the competition, and hopefully I can see you out on the track. It's gonna be fun, going back and forth and racing with some of the guys, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, it should be a really fun season to compete in, I would say. But excuse me for 1 second. I'm gonna change a few options here.
How are y'all gentlemen doing today?
We're doing great, Kevron. We're just about ready to get going here.
Yes, sir. Hope y'all enjoy the race tonight and hopefully get a good race in. It should be fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Just as normal, I'm going to go ahead and mute the mic and we'll see you all on the other side.
All right, we'll see you then. And of course, Kevron will be chiming in to give us updates with what's going on track, and it will certainly be some very useful information considering that we don't really have that information at our disposal, at least in the game anyway. We do have a couple options for that, but I mean, that's just the hand you're dealt when trying to keep up with the action on track, and but if we were able to make it work, definitely
We
so.
always do.
And the timer is ticking down in the lobby. Wait, hold up. All right, there we go. The timer is ticking down now. That is less than 30 seconds before we're able to join in. But before we do that, like, who is your pick to win tonight, Future?
Well, I could go with the boring option and say Tegan Jones, but I'm gonna switch it up tonight. I believe that we're gonna see Michael Whitman in the 9 team in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, very good choice indeed. And I believe we can go ahead and join the others. All right. Now, as far as my pick tonight, like, yeah, I would definitely say, Tegan Jones is like a very big threat to win tonight, as he usually is every week. But I would also kind of say that with, David Wessel not racing tonight, of course, who of course won the last race here, uh, it would definitely be really interesting if any other one of these guys can take the top spot tonight. Especially, like you said earlier, it opens the door up for a lot of these guys. And as they are gonna go at race speed for a little bit to make sure the lobby is up and running without any lag. And once we get the go ahead, they are gonna take their positions, and it looks like, as I say that, it looks like Tegan has lagged out, so that probably must mean they got to reset the lobby.
Yeah, it's gonna prompt a restart.
Yep, I'm watching Mike stream, and they're just,
Mike just dies into the wall.
yeah, yeah, they're just wrecking for fun now. So,
Oh my God,
and yeah, he, yeah, and all that before we even get underway. So yeah, there is quite a bit of lag looking at Mike's stream here. So they are gonna reset the lobby. Yeah, they're still ramming into each other.
Just waiting for the next invite. Oh my God, just waiting for the next invite, I assume.
Yeah, they're pretty much just killing time by driving around the track and doing donuts in the grass and just wrecking into each other.
Oh, the joy of motor games.
But hey, it's okay. They can't hurt us anymore. Well, at least not for too much longer.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have some lap times and all that where everybody's positioned at on the broadcast side too, Garth.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Hey, yeah, but it looks like everyone has left the track now, and they will reset the lobby.
Yeah, if it wasn't copyrighted, you could play the Jeopardy music right now.
Well, if only the in-game music wasn't copyrighted, then we'd be playing that too. But
hey, that's fair. I agree.
But would you want to play the in-game music is the question. The answer is a resounding no.
No, you don't want to hear that. If you do, you better start praying.
Yeah, for your blessed eardrums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because for all the crap that we give 21 Ignition, at least its soundtrack is more palatable than whatever's on here. Because at least 21 Ignition has Aerosmith.
Exactly. All right, y'all can join.
21 Ignition got that Leonard Skinner, bruh.
You gotta play NASCAR Thunder 2002 for that.
Ooh. I like that game. NASCAR Thunder games were the best ones ever made.
Those are way before my time. Way before my time.
Well, even before Papyrus became iRacing, there was a couple games they came out with, like it's like NASCAR Thunder 2000. No, that's still
EA.
Man. Yeah, that's still EA. There's another game that Papyrus came out with, a NASCAR game. It was also in 2002, and that game was phenomenal. You could pick out any kind of paint that you wanted for the cars, the sponsorships and all that stuff, and tricked it out. Super awesome, but those days are over.
Well, hopefully we can get those back, even though more than likely they won't be as good as the previous games, but at least they'll be better than what we have now.
Oh, yeah, we still got lagging guys.
Ah.
It doesn't look bad on my stream unless I missed it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I mean, they are getting lined up. I think they may take an extra lap just to make sure that everyone is lined up properly. Because, I mean, yeah, and I am looking at... Yeah, it looks like they are going this time, and lobby's good to go. Hopefully no more issues. The green flag is out, and we are underway in Kentucky. Yeah, you may be right on that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Take Carson over.
All right.
Oh, looks like we're gonna have to do another take, kind of like what we did at Daytona.
Well, I overheard Future talking about his prediction of who's going to win tonight. What about yours there, Darth?
Well, I did kind of already make my prediction tonight, and I did kind of say, Tegan Jones especially, but
Oh, I
now
didn't
with
hear that. My bad.
yeah, you're fine. But with Wessel not racing, and I'm gonna reiterate what Future said earlier, is that it allows a lot of these other guys to potentially challenge for the top spot and hopefully learn a thing or two from Wessel's fuel saving.
Well, there is also the Wessel rule that has been implemented this season. The way that he was saving fuel, of course, cannot be done the same way this season. So
Yeah, that is
that
right.
throws it.
Yeah, and that was that was a rule that was added in the off season, and it wasn't just Wessel at 3 of the 10 playoff races, but Michael Fox at on the final lap at Auto Club. Like both Wessel and Fox were using shifters on their wheels to save fuel.
Okay.
Very clever and decisive plan, and it worked to perfection. Especially because it was not, it was within the rules, so they were perfectly legal to do that.
Yeah,
But
I
the
feel like
disadvantage, of course, was too great
yeah,
for the
it's not
others
a
that were
decent.
on controller to overcome.
I feel like it's unfair. I mean, props to them, but I feel like as far as not everyone's racing on the wheel or with the shifters or with the clutch or anything like that. So, I
Hmm.
do understand the implement them implementing that rule, and I support it. Honestly, it makes it more of a challenge for them. Honestly, opens the door even more.
Yeah, especially considering that I'm a controller player and I don't really have room in my setup for a wheel. So so I don't really
Same here.
have yeah, so I don't really have that luxury in terms of being able to save fuel, but I think I did a pretty decent job of it at Daytona as I ran out like just before I crossed the line.
Yeah, I hit zero coming through the tri-oval.
Yeah, I know
Well,
that's
warm up.
that's pretty much where I hit zero.
Oh, while we got a couple of minutes, if you two gentlemen don't care, while I got you,
Hmm.
uh, hey, the midweek series just got done racing at Daytona back on Wednesday.
Hmm.
Um, Future, I saw where you finished third. Darth, I don't remember where you finished at, but you want to take us through how y'all saw the race through and where y'all end up finishing at and your take on it.
Well, oddly enough, we actually did talk about that before we got in here, and yeah, Future got third. I actually finished right behind him in fourth,
Oh, okay.
and it was and yeah, like we said, it was a pretty crazy finish, and ultimately it ended up like the Daytona race for the Cup guys. A lot of craziness in the last few laps, and uh, pretty much came down to fuel conservation, much like the Cup race. And yeah, it was pretty nuts. I mean, I had to get
Yeah,
around a pretty big stack up on the last lap in between turn 1 and 2 to even get that fourth position. But
Nice.
yeah, but yeah, it was a very eventful race overall. A very eventful race overall, and hopefully,
Y'all can join, by the way.
yeah, hopefully, third time is the charm with this one.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, I was watching y'all's broadcast through Whitmania and saw how the race unfolded there, and that it turned out looked like it was a very nice race. So we apologize, folks, for not being able to catch that on our CFNL broadcast. But if you want to go and check out Whitmania, WHITMANIA, Mania. They're on his YouTube page. You can see the bird's eye view from his racing experience there and how the midweek series at Daytona, played out. So there you go.
Oh, looks like we got even more lag on the screen. But of course, it could just be, the product of the view that I'm looking at.
No, it is unfortunately across the entirety of the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even more so. So I guess third time was not the charm.
Negative. But oh yeah, sorry. Going back to the whole, since this is going on again, going back to the midweek series race. Future, congratulations on your third place finish, and Darth, congratulations on your fourth place finish. Given the luck that fell in y'all's lap from the mayhem that happened there at the end of the race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, like we said, it was like a very nutty end to the race, and I just barely made it on fuel. Like both Future and I ran out of gas in the tri-oval. Like we were sputtering coming to the line.
Jeez.
But yeah, we were able to make it work just enough. And hopefully we will be able to get a race going for you guys tonight. And I apologize for the difficulties, but of course, I mean, that's the nature of what we're dealing with a copy-paste game that's almost 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and going back to the old school NASCAR games, I would say my first one was actually Thunder 04, but it was not the console versions. It was actually the PC version, which was completely different. And it was more like a full-fledged sim rather than, the Simcade that we got on the console. And it was very different, I will tell you that much.
All right. Soon to be Take 4, Scene 1. Good Lord.
Take 4, Scene 1.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we'll probably end up at Take 10 before we end up calling it anyway.
Oh, I'm telling you. Hopefully we don't get to that point, but it's not looking promising.
Mm.
Nope, Tegan's on his cussing rampage.
Yeah. I bet he is.
Oh, it's a good thing I have my volume low and y'all don't have it on the group page or the chat to hear. That's
yeah, I just got an earful.
Yeah, I'll watch the replay of one of these guys' streams later to see, or at least to know what Tegan said, because I'm pretty sure he has a very colorful commentary on the situation.
that he does. Well, hopefully, because this is Bradley's lobby that we got set up here, so it probably won't make a difference. Who knows? But maybe it will. We'll see what happens here in the next second.
Well, it looks like from my view, everything looks okay.
So far, so good. Okay, looks like we're actually going to be able to get this off, guys. So
All right.
Big W.
All right. Enjoy the race, fellas.
All right, good luck. Yeah, they are doubling up, and we are getting ready to go this time. Well, if Spencer can get in his right spot.
Cameron Morris and the 2 car are going to lead the field to the green flag here.
Like, here we go. 4th time is the charm. The green flag is out, and we are underway in Kentucky.
Morris going to lead onto the back stretch going into 3 here. Nice. Yep.
Kamal and Bradley are side-by-side battling for second as Cameron Morris leads lap 1. So already we have a pack of 1 with Cameron Morris and everybody else running behind him. And of course, with everybody running side by side and nose to tail with one another, that's just going to allow Cameron to pull away.
Yeah, I think he loves what he sees in his rearview mirror right now. So he's going to come through to lead the next lap as well.
Well, looks like Kamal might have broken away from that pack just a little bit, but he does have Jared Haw behind him.
These guys just running that lower lane, making up some ground.
And as we look from behind Cameron Morris, turn 1 and 2, you will see some of these guys run toward the bottom of the track, sometimes even below the yellow line. It looks like everybody's single file as of right now.
Yeah, looks like Kamal is starting to close the gap to Cameron Morris.
We got Jarrett trying to make a move on Kamal. But yeah, from the look of it, you are right. It looks like he is starting to close in just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like Kamal has caught up to him.
He's going to be going for a move pretty soon.
Yeah, Morris has got to be thinking, I just had this big lead, but now here comes, now I'm being challenged for the lead here.
Gonna try to go underneath them, not going to work. Morris is going to still lead on the exit of 4, but, Kamal, he's going to be coming back strong.
But yeah, he is there. Trying to make a move up high, but it looks like that's going to open the door for Jarrett, to make a move on him. But everyone stays right where they are.
That top 5 come perfectly single file. Everyone really does completely single file.
Well, Morris ran a little bit of a higher line. That's going to open the door for Kamal. Yeah, but they still stay single file. Yeah, but now Jarrett's making the move on Kamal for second. Yeah, he is still like right on the back bumper of Morris. Oh, but now he's trying to make a move on the high lane.
They try to get it done, not going to happen. And here comes Jared on his inside, looking to take second place away.
Yes, they are side by side for second. And Jarrett's going to have help from Bradley.
Teamwork right there. He's going to push him past the 10.
Yeah, but Kamal's not going to let Jarrett go just yet.
Clear him, not yet. Still side by side, going down the back. Gonna have more help from his teammate Bradley.
Yeah, and with them battling side by side, that's going to allow Cameron Morris to build up that big lead he had. And they are still side by side for second. And it looks like Jarrett will clear him. But here comes Kamal right back down on his inside. Here comes that old switcheroo.
Hey, Darth. Sorry to bother you in the broadcast, man. Did you get the message from Mike Quinn about lap 14?
Let me check on that.
Okay. What it is, we're going silent on lap 14, which is the very next lap, in honor of Ryan Parsons' granddad passing away.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep. So as soon as we cross over this line right here coming up, we're going to go silent.
Of course, I was not made aware of that, but in honor of Ryan Parsons' grandfather, we are going to go silent in his honor. Yeah, the loss of a loved one is, very, very tough, and I'm sure that we've all felt what Ryan Parsons is feeling right now.
Yeah, sending prayers for him, his family, these tough times.
Like as of right now, the top 10 is one giant pack of cars. And Parsons is under attack from Michael Whitman. This is for 4th place.
That's sliding underneath him. Take his butt away.
And he clears him. Yeah, what happened to Jared Ha? He was battling Kamal for second, but now he's drifted back to 9th in front of Spencer Boyce.
And I'm not sure what happened. I assume maybe he got loose or maybe hit the wall, but, I wasn't really paying attention. I have been watching the battle for the lead, though, as it's heating up.
Yeah, it's become a 3-way battle for the lead between Cameron Morris, Kamal Wright, and Bradley Domer Jr., and it looks like, as of right now, Kamal has the edge.
There he is. He's going to clear him on the exit of 2.
And he does.
Here comes Bradley underneath the 2 car as well. Look to take this car away.
Yeah, but Cameron hanging tough on the high lane. And that might allow Kamal to build a big lead.
Yeah, just about to say, he's loving this. But Bradley, he's going to clear the 2.
Yeah, but here comes
from the 14, though.
Yeah, Ryan Parsons making his move for 3rd place. Yeah, and he holds on, and he gets 3rd. And now
under attack from Whitman as well.
Yeah, now Morris is dropping back.
contact there between the 9 and the 2. He's going to send it in on the bottom. He's going to look to clear the 2 car.
And now he's under attack from the 4 of Tegan Jones and the 42 of Fox.
Morrison's not been enjoying these laps yet. The 14 gets loose up ahead.
Looking at Bradley, he's sort of the meat in this Ford sandwich with 2 of the Stewart Haas guys in front and behind him.
Morris able to fend off Fox for now. Is he going to look to try to go back to working on Tegan?
Oh, it looks like Tegan might be coming in already.
That's Tegan Jones down
Yeah,
pit
Tegan
road.
Jones is on pit road. Now, could this be a strategy for the end of the stage? Well, we kind of saw him do like a similar strategy play last week, but instead of coming down pit road for a stop, he just stayed out on track the whole time. And yeah, it looked like he just topped off.
Tegan back on the racetrack, but this battle for the lead's heating up. Once again, with Bradley working on right, and Parsons right behind him.
Looks like Ryan might have gotten a little bit loose coming off of turn 2, and that's going to make him lose some ground and fall under attack from Michael Whitman. And now it looks like we got the 42 of Michael Fox coming down pit road to top off.
Yeah, I believe that inspiration came directly from the 4. On the top off.
So with the 4 and the 42 coming down pit road for fuel, I'm sure we're going to see some of these other guys come down and top off just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, these guys do not want to lose out on this opportunity to get hung out to dry and have to fight their way back up.
As the 42 comes off, the Kamal is still holding strong out front. And it looks like the 9 of Michael Whitman has gotten around the 14 for third.
Those two Hendrick Chevys are the bread in this Stewart Haas sandwich here at the top 4.
And it looks like Parsons is coming in.
Parsons down pit road.
And it looks like the 1 of Incog is in, or the 1 of Anthony Peters. And the 43 of Matt Connor. So yeah, once Tegan started, once Tegan came down pit road, everybody started coming down pit road.
Are we going to see some more takers before the...
Yeah, we are. The 48 of Bradley.
There it is. Bradley Dunga Jr. coming into the pits.
Yep, one of the Hendrick cars, who I should mention are all running Mountain Dew schemes this week.
That's insane. But is that going to trigger a reaction from our race leader, Kamal, right? Or does he stay out?
It looks like the 13 of Zal Zavala is also in.
Yep. Kamal's going to stay out on the track, as is Michael. Cameron Morris and Josh Harris also stay out on the track. Those guys looking for stage points.
Yeah, and Michael Whitman has taken over second place by virtue of Parsons and Domer coming down pit road. And it looks like the 10 is coming in.
Yep, it is.
And the 12, and the 7.
So Whitman is going to inherit this lead. The champ out front in Kentucky.
Yep, the 2023 champion, who is 13 points behind Tegan Jones in second place in the standings. He stays out again. And it looks like Cameron Morris is in as well as the 47 of Jason Livingston.
You know, you have to think, is this going to cost Mike? You know, at this point in the run, tires and fuel are surely on its last legs. I lied. I just got word that Boydman will be coming down pit road this time. Maybe see him slowing down.
Yeah, he is. He is coming in. And so is the 88 of Jared Haw.
So I believe this means that the 4 car of Tegan Jones will inherit the lead of this race, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what I just said. The 4 of Tegan Jones will be inheriting the lead of this race, I believe.
Well, we shall see on that.
NSP's in the lead, 37 in second. Everybody, King James will inherit third.
Oh my God. Okay, well, there it is.
So NSP is now your new leader. But what do you think his tire and fuel situation is?
One word to describe it, I believe, would be scarce.
Yeah, very scarce. He's under attack from Harris and Spencer.
I know, man. Yeah,
yeah, it looks like he's out.
Yeah, I couldn't make it.
He's out.
Yeah, NSP is out. Sebastian's out. Looks like Kevin Hall's out too. And he is on pit road as of right now. And James Iconelli is in the grass. Looks like he may be out of fuel also.
Mike is making a run. Couldn't get there. I believe it's going to be stage in.
And I think it might be the end of the stage.
End of stage.
Yeah, the end of the stage. And so, Sebastian Padilla pulled off what Tegan Jones did last week by staying out and conserving as much fuel as he can. And because of that, he was able to get the stage win.
That's insane. What happened, I believe that him getting past and him being out, I believe he had a lap on everyone else, and I believe Mike was making the run to unlap himself and then come around again, but he couldn't get there. So Sebastian Padilla, stage 1 winner in Kentucky.
And since it is since the stage is over, everybody's coming down pit road. Definitely to get 4 tires and fuel. And we shall see who has the first stall, so that way it'll be easier to tell who wins the race off of pit road.
I believe the first stall belongs
to Jared Haw.
Yeah, Jared Haw, the 88. Cameron Morris is going to win the race off of pit road.
Yeah, Cameron Morris. The first one off.
What a stop by the 2 team.
Yeah, Sebastian Padilla and Tegan Jones are right behind him. Then we got Michael Whitman, Michael Fox, and Jared Haw in 4th, 5th, and 6th. It looks like they are doubling up, so we are going this time.
I believe the big winner from this situation will be Sebastian Padilla. He stays out, wins the stage, and he comes off a pit road in second.
Of course, he is in 11th place, just 1 point below that cut line. So, and like I said earlier, a good performance today can definitely help you out for the end of the season, as it looks like Jason Livingston is going around to get his lap back. So we are probably going to go around one more time. And I believe one of those other cars is coming down pit road.
Yep. Looks like down pit road, Bradley.
And it's the 48 of Bradley and the 37 of Kevin Hall. So we got 2 cars on pit road before we take the green flag.
No, I like that call from those guys. Not directly at the front of the field. Might as well. You're not really going to lose anything. So I believe that's a smart decision by those guys.
And looking at Jason Livingston, he has gone around to take the wave around to get back on the lead lap. It looks like everybody's all here, so we are probably going to get going this time.
Yep, Team Penske in the front. But they have some of the best of the business lined up right behind them.
Yeah, Team Penske running first and second with Morris and Padilla. And Harris in the 12th running in 12th. The green's out and we are back underway. It looks like Sebastian Padilla got a jump, but looks like he couldn't beat Morris to the line, so that's going to stack the entirety of the outside lane up.
Yeah, Padilla already back down to 5th.
Now Tegan Jones making a move on Morris for the lead.
We knew it only be a matter of time before this man found his way back into the lead.
Yeah, exactly. And Morris took a little bit of a higher line coming off of turn 3 and 4. Cameron Morris is still holding strong out front.
Trying to take away the line, but
yeah, again, Morris Morris went a little too high. That's going to allow Tegan to get to his inside.
The hometown crowd is going to go to their feet.
And Tegan led that lap, and he clears him almost. And yes, he does. Going into turn 1, he clears him. And his teammate of Kamal Wright's going to... Yeah, and his teammate of Kamal Wright follows suit.
He's gonna go to the inside. He's gonna try to take the lead. He's gonna take the lead away. He's gonna try to.
Yeah, now Kamal's trying to take the lead away. And they are still side by side coming off of 2. And Tegan's still able to get a run up high, but it's not going to be enough, as Kamal, I think, will clear him. And it looks like, yeah, he will. He will clear him. Now Michael Fox is on the inside of Tegan for second. And Tegan holds on to that. And just look at that swarm of cars behind the leader. Now it looks like Michael Whitman trying to make it 3 wide for third. He'll clear Sebastian Padilla, but he is still side by side with Michael Fox. He'll clear Fox as well. Yeah, but now Sebastian Padilla's on his inside. All the while, that's just going to allow the 2 Stewart-Haas cars of Kamal Wright and Tegan Jones to pull away. As the 22 and the 9 are still side by side. Now they're 3 wide for third. Looks like they almost made it 4 wide. But Whitman holds tough. Yeah, but look at that lead those 2 Stewart-Haas cars built on the rest of the field. I would say that the lead of the 2 Stewart-Haas cars right now is bigger than what Cameron Morris had at the start of the race. So I think those 2 guys might know something the other guys don't know. Only got 1 car way up high and dropping back. Looked like it was Bradley in the 42. No, it probably... I think it was the 24 of James Iaconelli. All the while, the 2 Stewart-Haas cars are still pulling away from the field, but it looks like the pack has started to spread out, and I think Michael Whitman might be catching them. Yeah, it looks to be about like 1.2, 1.3 seconds behind the 2 leaders. And it looks like he is gaining a little bit, like just a little. I would say about like 1/10 that lap.
Before the race, we talked about Stewart-Haas. You know, someone was going to be the one to do it, go on with Teague, and here it is. Kamal leading this race still.
Yeah, and I think Tegan Jones pushing him might have something to do with that. But now it looks like Michael Whitman's under attack from his teammate, the 88 of Jared Haw. Or else maybe it could be they're going to do what the 2 Stewart-Haas guys up front are doing, you know, getting nose to tail with one another, trying to catch up.
Well, you know, this was the team battle we talked about coming into the season, so here it is, unfolding right in front of us.
And looking at the leaderboard on Whitman's stream, it looks like he's about 1.2, 1.3 seconds behind the second place for the Tegan Jones. And so Whitman has gained on him a little bit, but he's also kind of lost a little bit, and it is hovering around, the 1.3, 1.4 second mark.
Yeah, Mike is digging, if he wants him and this guy to get up there, make this interesting.
And with that, they have broken away from the rest of the pack as we got a battle for fourth between the 48 of Bradley and the 12 of Harris.
That's not going to help him catch that pass at all.
Yeah, and Harris takes fifth spot away. My apologies. It was actually fifth place. Now we got Parsons coming up behind Bradley, and he's going to try to make the move for sixth. Yeah, but he takes that little bit of higher line. That's going to allow Fox to try and get underneath him, but pulls right back behind him. Oh, and all the while we got this gaggle of cars, the 7 of Spencer Boyce, the 37 of Kevin Hall, who's gonna go make a move on Spencer, the 43 of Matt Connors, who's gonna make a move on Kevin Hall. And then we got Sebastian Padilla, who was, who did restart second, but that miscue on the restart kind of shuffled him back to the back.
That's not how he wanted that restart to go, but now he's trying to contact with the 43, it looks like. Fight his way back up there. Do as much as he can.
Yeah, but he has a long way to go, especially with the two Stuart Haas cars working together as they are. And he is trying to.
Cars have inverted.
Yeah, so now it's Jared Haw running in third. Yeah, 78 laps to go. Yeah, there is still plenty of time for a lot of these guys in the back to try and catch up, but what they really need is a caution, which is something that the top four definitely do not want.
Yeah, especially if you're Tegan and Kamal. They want to run away with this thing. It's not like that gap has gotten any smaller because they're just still in complete command of this race.
Well, if anything, it looks like the gap has gotten bigger. Looks like it's grown to about a little over 2 seconds. So we got one pair of teammates running out front, and we got another pair of teammates running behind them, and it looks like the 200 cars are shuffling again. And Michael Whitman took a little bit of a higher line, but he holds on to third. As we are on board with Jared Haw in the 88, who is running fourth. And it looks like the 200 cars might have separated a little bit, but I think they're going to try and get back together here.
Looks like the rest of the field is also gone single file to see, especially that that third pack to see if they can do anything to catch up to those Hendrick cars. Josh Harris leading that charge.
Yep, Joshua Harris in the 12. He's running 5th. It looks like he might have broken away from the pack behind him a little bit. As it looks like Kevin Hall is making a move on Ryan Parsons. That's for 7th. Now he's trying to attack Bradley for 6th. Yeah, and we saw Ryan Parsons down there run below that yellow line in turn 1 and 2. Now it looks like Parsons is trying to get that spot back. It looks like we have a little bit of contact in the back between the 7 of Spencer Boyce and the 43 of Matt Connors. As I saw the 7 just get all of a sudden go way low on the track on the back straight.
Oh, the 10 car's lagged out. ZX. Small.
Wow. That's a pretty big implication for this race. But
That's a massive implication for this race.
But wait, yeah, I am looking at Mike's stream and it is delayed a little bit, but yeah, I did see the leader blit change from the 10 to the 4 and the second car on pit road. And that other car on pit road is the 47 of Jason Limington, and it's the 7 and the 1 come down pit road, as well as the 43 and the 13.
Yeah, they're really...
And the 37, and the 22.
And the 4, and the 9.
Yeah, pretty much everybody is coming down pit road. And it looks like the only 2 that are staying out as of right now is the 14 of Ryan Parsons and the 42 of Michael Fox. So I think heartbreak for Kamal Wright is a signal for the rest of the field to come down pit road, get some fuel and tires on it.
Kamal
Yeah,
was in prime position.
Yeah, he pretty much had the fastest car the entire race so far, but as in years past, he's been dealing with, issues with his internet causing him to not finish races. And like, man, especially with the position that he was in, like, you just can't help but feel for him.
Yeah, extremely unfortunate for Kamal. But that means that we have a very, very familiar face in control of this race.
And that is before Tegan Jones. So when pits cycle out, Tegan Jones will be your leader, followed by Michael Whitman in second, and Jared Haw in third. Yeah, and it looks like he has officially taken the lead. So crazy to think, last week, to win the stage, Tegan Jones stayed out the entirety of that first stage without pitting. This time around, he came down pit road like he was the first car on pit road to top off with fuel. And even though he didn't win the stage, it pretty much got him in a very good position with With 66 laps to go, coming to 65.
Yeah, Tegan, fast, smart, and I guess that's what makes him him, as he has a 2-second, I believe it's over 2-second lead now on Mike, if I saw it correctly on the stream.
Yeah, it definitely looks to be about a 2-second advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, but you got the Whitman's teammate, the 88 of Jared Hall, not that far behind him. If they can get hooked up, they might have a challenge for Tegan Jones.
Jared's digging, trying to get up there to Mike so they can put some work in together and give themselves a chance to come back into this race.
I mean, there is still time left, but at the same time, there's not really a whole lot of time left, because, yeah, this race does go by pretty fast.
Yeah, it was hard for me to realize that we're already over halfway through this race.
Yeah, same here, and to think that we are now more than halfway through this race. We have 62 to go, coming to 61. Yeah, it's about a 2 to 2.1 second advantage that Tegan has over Mike.
The 24's around out back.
The 24,
Yellow's out.
Caution is out. So this will be the race back to the line. That is something that Tegan Jones definitely did not want to see.
You want to know who did want to see that? The 2 cars behind them. I mean, really everyone, but especially that 9 car. He has to be, and it's just ironic. The 24 goes around, and you know the 9 car. You know he has to be loving these scenes.
It looks like something happened with the 24 of James Iaconelli and the 1 of Anthony Peters, because when I saw, his camera view, it looked like Peters was a little lower on the track.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened. I kind of just was looking through the cameras, and the 24 was facing the inside wall.
Of course, I had my focus on the front of the pack, and then all I heard was the 24's around. And it looks like everybody's coming in.
We're going to watch Mr. Hall here to see the view from the first pit stall. Or is it Jared?
Yeah, it is Jared Hall who has the first pit stall.
Caution recap, 24 hit the apron, causing the spin out in front of the pack.
All right, so the 24 spinning out on his own, and it looked like the 1 of Anthony Peters might have gotten collected in it.
He's going to win this road off of period. It's going to be... No,
Tegan's
going to
Tegan. Yeah, Tegan Jones wins the race off of pit road, followed by Michael Whitman, Jared Haw, Ryan Parsons, and Bradley Domer Jr. The top 5.
Thought for a second Mike had it, but he just missed out.
And they're already starting to double up. Getting awfully quiet down there as they're getting ready to get back going.
I'm excited to see what transpires on this restart here.
Yep. Yeah, Tegan Jones and Michael Whitman, the two championship rivals from last season. Green flag's out, and we are back underway. And Tegan got a great start. Oh, a little bit of contact between Bradley and Ryan. But everybody keeps it straight.
To get on the turn 3.
We're coming to
Side-by-side action.
We're coming to 57 laps to go. Oh, Kevin Hall's around. Kevin Hall's around. Cameron Morris gets collected. James Iconelli. The caution is out again. And this will be the race back to the line. Michael Whitman under pressure from his teammate. Looks like he'll hold on to second as Tegan Jones wins the race back. Oh, we got Spencer Boyce sideways into the inside wall.
Looked like a big shunt. I'm not sure what happened before that, but all I saw was the 31 kind of cut across the track. Looked like maybe he got hit. Or got loose, one of the two.
Well, whether he hit the apron and got loose or he got hit, he definitely spun around and caused a caution. And so it looks like everyone will be coming back down pit road once again. And it looks like James Iconelli will get the lucky dog to get back on the lead lap. And yep, everybody's on pit road. So we are taking a look at Jared Hall once again. See who wins the race off of pit road. Once again, the camera is having a seizure, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like Matt Connors wins the race off of pit road.
Wow.
Looks like he may have taken fuel only.
I believe, hey, why not him, Get out of pit road first, take the lead of this race and see what you can do with it. You gotta respect the decision.
But I wonder if not taking tires is going to help him, though.
Well, I respect the decision, but at the end of the day, you have one, I believe he has one Tegan Jones lined up on the outside of him.
Yeah, he definitely does.
So, we'll see what happens.
Everyone has doubled up once again. And we are going to go green this time. Or we are going to take one more lap here as there is one car on pit road. And it is the two of Cameron Morris who was collected in that caution. And that incident with Kevin Hall. Looks like he may be coming down to either top off or repair some damage. And yeah, it looks like he has topped off.
Hey, might as well, right?
Yeah, I agree. Might as well top off. And everyone's doubled up once again, and we are going to go green this time around. Matt Connors, Tegan Jones on the front row. Green flag's out, we are back underway. A great start from the 43. But how long will that lead last?
Just hold the bottom, buddy. Just hold the bottom, buddy. Yep, he's doing exactly that.
Yep, that's what he's doing. He's holding that bottom line.
Perfect.
And that's going to allow Michael Fox to take a second. And that contact between the 4 and the 42 as we have 52 laps to go. And now Tegan's on the inside of Connors. And look at the 7 of Spencer Boyce riding the very high line. He might have gone in the wall a little bit back there. And it looks like Tegan Jones will clear Matt Connors, but now he's under pressure from Fox. And 3 wide for second. Contact between the 43 and the 88.
And Whitman's going to send it under Fox here to try to take second away.
Looks like it will. Well, look at Spencer going up the middle there. I believe that's the battle for 7th. But Connors has the run.
I am not sure how there aren't at least 5 cars in the row.
Well, I think we got one of those cars in the wall, and that was the 7 of Spencer Boyce when he took that very high line. But Tegan Jones has reassumed the lead, but the 9 of Michael Whitman is a lot closer now than he was 2 cautions ago.
Those Chevys just eating away at the tailcoats of Tegan Jones, looking to put the pressure on him. And
oh, look at Spencer, got a huge run up high. And we got a side-by-side battle for second between 2 of the Hendrick teammates of Whitman and Ha.
They need to get that sorted out before Tegan drives away. .43 into the wall after contact with the 1 car.
Oh,
and there's contact with the 2.
Yeah, the 2 goes around.
1 into the wall, 2 car around.
And that will bring out the caution once again.
You know, it looked like Tegan was getting ready to take back firm control of this race. You know, he had the 88 and the 9 car side by side behind him, but now we're gonna restart. He's gonna have those guys right behind him.
Well, do you know that cautions breed cautions?
Well, a wise man told me that once.
Yeah, someone very wise, probably wiser than me, I would say. As everyone is coming back down pit road.
Our pit road star, Mr. Hall, will have the spotlight back on him.
Let's see who wins the race off of pit road this time.
If I'm hearing correctly, I believe someone got caught speeding. If I heard correctly. I'm not sure who,
but we'll see. Yeah, but we'll see who it is when everyone comes off. And it looks like Jared Haw will win the race off of pit road.
That's big.
And it looked like it might be the 37 of Kevin Hall that got caught speeding. Or it could be the 24 James Iaconelli. I think it might be James Iaconelli that got caught speeding.
I was curious to see. I want to see how storybook would have been if it was one of those guys in the top 4.
We got Noah Rekic. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. He's saying hello. Hello, Noah. Hope you're enjoying the race tonight. Everyone's doubling up. Going green this time. Yeah, 88.
On this restart.
Yeah, 88 is the control. Tegan Jones alongside him. Green flag is out, and we are back underway. Oh, we got the 2 of Cameron Morris in the wall. Meanwhile, Jared Ha has taken over the lead.
Yep, his teammate might end up right behind him as Tegan's going to fall back behind. You know, he has both Fox and Bradley underneath him.
And maybe a little bit of contact between the 42 and the 48.
Yeah,
and that's going to shuffle Tegan back to 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, but knowing Tegan, he's definitely going to find a way to work his way back up to the field in a very quick manner also. Yeah, and as I say that, he's making a move on Harris. Maybe a little bit of contact there between the 4 and the 12.
Some more contact as the 12 gets into the wall a little bit there.
I think I might have seen the 7 of Spencer Boyce get into the wall. Well, it looks like out front now we're seeing the Hendrick guys taking over the Stuart Haas guys' position a little while ago. Like 2 teammates hooked up nose to tail, trying to separate themselves from the rest of the field. And you got Hendrick running 1, 2, 3. Jared Haw first, Michael Whitman second, Bradley Domer Jr. third. And after that, you got the 42 of Michael Fox in 4th. And the first Ford is Tegan Jones in 5th. Starting to claw his way back up there. And he's right on the back bumper of that 42. A little bit of contact between the 37 of Kevin Hall and the 12 of Joshua Harris.
Going side by side through the travel there. Contact between the 7 and the 12 as well. Kevin Hall is going to maintain the lead of that battle.
And Kevin Hall is running into 8th. But it looks like Ryan Parsons might have gotten around both Tegan Jones and Michael Fox. And now he's running up in 4th place and trying to...
Oh, contact between Tegan and Michael.
Contact between Tegan Jones and Michael Fox. Fox got into the wall and bounced into Tegan, and that's going to stack up everyone behind him.
Deacon's back into the Wolf Pack as he's side by side with Josh Harris coming off a 4.
And this is the battle for 7th. I'm sure that, almost a little bit of contact between the 4 and the 12, but I'm pretty sure that when Tegan gets back up to the back bumper of Michael Fox, he's probably going to give him a little bit of a tap saying, you know, hey, I didn't appreciate what you did there. And yep, as I say that, a little bit of contact between those two.
Game being played here in Kentucky. But you know what it's going to do. That's only gonna
Oh,
he drives it
Tegan,
in
yeah,
deep
Tegan,
there.
yeah, Tegan drives it up deep. That's gonna force Fox up high.
He's gonna clear him immediately. So I would expect that 4 car, he's going to be a man on a mission for the rest of this race. He is going to be digging as hard as he possibly can.
And he is leading the Hornet's Nest in the back of the field. Well, he might get some help from the Ford of Joshua Harris behind him. But everyone else back there was staying very close-knit together. And with the way those guys are running back there, I don't think we're done with cautions yet.
I completely agree.
And then just now, I think there was a little bit of contact between Spencer Boyce in the 7 and the Anthony Peters in the 1. That's going to shuffle Spencer Boyce back a little bit. Meanwhile, Michael Whitman has taken over the lead from Jared Haw. And now you have the 14 of Ryan Parsons and one of the other Hendrick teammates of Bradley Domer Jr. hooking up, and they're trying to get involved with this battle.
Yeah, in this situation, it don't matter what team you got your big money contract with. We're trying to go out here and win this race, and they're going to do whatever it takes to get back up and go do it.
And we have 34 laps to go, coming to 33, and I think these guys may still have to make one more pit stop before this thing's all said and done.
I believe they get 32 laps of fuel on pit road.
Yeah, and they restarted the race about I would say almost 10 laps ago. So yeah, they are going to have to come in for one more stop. And with Michael Whitman leading, with one more pit stop to make, I will have to bring this up. In the playoffs last season, pit entry has been Whitman's biggest weakness. And that pretty much came to a head in the second Richmond race, where he dominated the whole race, but just one mistake coming onto pit road by, hitting the apron and spinning out, that pretty much cost him the win. He was right there with the 4 of Tegan Jones battling for that win, but he feels like, yeah, he should have won that race because he had the most dominant car. But I'm sure, pit entry, trying to not mess it up, is definitely on his mind right now.
For sure, and it looks like the 14 of Parsons, he's well on his way.
Yeah, it looks like the 14 and the 48 might have caught up to the front two.
Tegan gets around the 43. And Tegan, he's going to have to rely heavy on that, what you referred to earlier as the Hornets Nest. He's going to have to rely on them if he wants the help getting back into this race, I feel like.
Yeah, but he does have a Ford behind him in Joshua Harris, but maybe a little bit too far back to do something. Yeah, Whitman and Haw still out front, followed by Parsons and Domer Jr.
I think that's just due to in these corners, these two HMS Chevys, they aren't exactly fully lined up on these corner exits, like right now.
And it looks like the gap between the two pairs has largely stayed the same. The first pair hasn't lost or gained any time, neither the second pair, so it's
Oh, and the 37's around again in turn one.
yeah, Kevin Hall around once again. Looks to be a one-car incident. We may or may not have a caution, but we shall see. Yeah, one-car incident. It looks like we have no caution because they're still racing.
Gonna keep it green.
Yeah, that is definitely something that the top four do not want to hear. Caution's out, race it back.
Oh.
But it looks like they got it. It looks like they got away with it now. Yeah, Michael Whitman and JB have about a 1 second gap to Ryan Parsons and Bradley Domer Jr. Yeah, but it looks like it looked like Jared Hall might have thought about coming in, but he thought better to stay put. As we see the 37 of Kevin Hall come off pit road.
We've got a little over 20 to go now at this point in the race.
I believe we have 25 laps to go, coming to 24. Now the question is, when will these guys make their last stop?
This is a situation where I'd expect these guys, barring a caution, obviously, just, you know, they could potentially go as long as possible to make sure that they have the absolute freshest tires possible for that last push to the checkered.
And it has pretty much become a 4-horse race, but now we have a third pair in the back. If I can find it here. Yeah, Tegan Jones and Harris Plex have hooked up with one another, but I think they may be a little bit too far behind to do something unless any of the top four runs into any kind of problems.
Yeah.
We got 22 laps to go. Looks like Ryan and Bradley have caught up to the lap car of Kevin Hall. But it looks like Bradley's coming in.
Yep, there it is, the first.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, the first bunch of takers.
Yeah, he is the first taker. It looks like the 42 is going to follow behind him. Yeah, and that's going to leave the 14 of Ryan Parsons all by his lonesome, at least for now.
I expect him to come down pit road.
Looks like James Iconelli also came down pit road.
Mike as well.
Yeah, Mike and Whitman and Parsons are on pit road now, as well as Spencer Boyce, Matt Connors, Sebastian Padilla, Sal Zavala. That means Jared Haw is in the lead, at least for now. But I'm sure he'll be coming in within the next couple laps. Of course, he's going to try to let the 37 on by. As of course, Kevin Hall just coming off of pit road, he does have the freshest tires and the most fuel. And Jarrett stays out again.
So it's Tegan and Harris.
And they have taken over second and third. Looks like Cameron Morris also came down pit road. And Jarrett stays out again. But it looks like Harris is going to come down pit road.
Yeah, Josh Harris is in the pits.
Yep, Joshua Harris is in. So Tegan holds on to second. And now Jared Hawes coming in.
Yep.
And so is Tegan Jones.
I was wondering what Tegan was gonna do there.
Well, let's do better to be safe than sorry. As Michael Whitman just crossed the line with 17 to go, but it looks like there may be 16 laps to go, considering that Jared Hall was the leader, and he did put Michael Whitman a lap down. He put a lot of guys a lap down by staying out, and Jared Hall is leading.
Yep.
And Whitman has gotten around him. And that means as of right now, Ryan Parsons was in the lead, but Michael Whitman just got around him, so Whitman has taken over the top spot.
I'm gonna be able to run him down.
As we have 15 laps to go, coming to 14. Got 14 laps to go. As of right now, Michael Whitman has played the strategy to perfection. By that I mean he was able to get on pit road without any issues whatsoever. Because of that, he is now leading in the late stages of this race. $12 to go. Now it's looking like Ryan Parsons is going to be under pressure from Jared Haw and Bradley Domer Jr. And Jared just blows right by him, just like he's standing still. And Bradley thinking, hey, Jarrett was able to do it easily. I want to do it too.
Send it down to you.
Yeah, and that is exactly what it does. So with Bradley Domer Jr. now running in third, Hendrick Motorsports runs 1, 2, 3. As Mike just crossed the line with 11 laps to go, coming to 10 to go. There's Tegan running in 5th. Yeah, it looked like he had the car to win. But he became an unfortunate victim of circumstance. As we're now with 10 laps to go.
I believe, barring something incredible happening, I fully expect Mike will go to victory lane here today.
Yeah, I definitely see that happening as well if everything stays as they are. Nine to go. And from the looks of it, everybody is spread out, with the exceptions of maybe the 13 and the 42, the 2 and the 1. But given how these guys race, given how these guys race and how everything is pretty much largely spread out, I don't think there's going to be a caution.
Yeah.
Because we have 9 laps to go. Or 8 laps to go, excuse me. Yeah, from the looks of it, Jared Hall might be catching up to Mike, but I think it may be too little too late. 7 laps to go. I mean, he does still have time, but he is running out of it very quick.
Yeah, Mike has about half the straightaway on him.
Yeah, half a straightaway, half a turn. Six laps to go.
The gap 1.5.
Yeah, and all those cautions that we had in the latter stages of this race have definitely helped Michael Whitman get the strategy call right to help him lead.
Down to 1.3 now.
Yeah, coming off of 4. 5 laps to go. That means no more cautions. So whatever happens from here on out, just happens. The gap down to like 1.2, 1.3 seconds. If Jared has anything for him, he's gonna have to push now, but he doesn't want to push too much.
Yeah, this could happen.
4 to go.
I'm not gonna count out the 88. The gap down to 1.1, I believe.
Yeah, the gap's still holding steady at about a second.
Somehow, 2 good starts.
3 laps to go.
Yeah,
Michael Evans still holding on. 2 laps to go.
the gap down in 1 second, but I'm not sure Jared's gonna have enough time.
Yeah, with a lap and a half to go, unless something catastrophic happens with Michael Whitman, the gap's gonna stay where it is. As he comes off turn 4, white flag in the wind, 1 more lap to go. Michael Whitman qualified toward the middle of the pack, got his way up to the front, and that's where he pretty much stayed. But when the cautions fell in his hand, he took advantage of the strategy, and it's going to pay off big. Coming off of turn 4, the 2023 champ gets it done. Michael Whitman wins at Kentucky.
My pick.
And Hendrick Motorsports finishes 1, 2, 3.
Great showing for that team tonight.
Yeah, what a great performance by Hendrick Motorsports. Not only with Michael Whitman winning this race, but 75% of the team finishing in the top 3.
Yeah, so unfortunately I have some business to attend to, so I'm not going to be able to do the post-race interviews, but congrats to Mike, congrats to Hendrick on a great showing. It was an honor to call this race with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you out on track this Wednesday.
All right, same here.
See you, buddy.
All right, I'll see you on Wednesday. And so I will go ahead and get our race winner, Michael Whitman, in here. And what a very strong performance from him and the entirety of Hendrick Motorsports. And there he is, your race winner, Michael Whitman. You qualified toward the middle of the pack. You found your way toward the front, but those cautions late in the race helped you capitalize on your strategy. Talk about your plan and how it was executed.
Well, first of all, I feel bad for the 10 more than anybody else. That guy kind of was, from what I knew, the favorite heading into this race, and he proved why. And then I feel bad for Tegan. He got caught up in some chicanery mid-pack with when the yellows came. We had those restarts, which I was kind of worried I was going to be involved in because there was one that kind of set me back. But yeah, the cautions, I guess they helped me. I was going to run second or third if they didn't happen after Kamal's lag out. But heading into this week, I knew I'd have a good car. I was a little disappointed with how I'd run throughout the week. I didn't feel like I was where I needed to be. But during the race, I feel like I made some gains. I don't think I totally was as fast as I was here last year, but I think that my car was really good, and I worked with the 88 all night. He's one of the best drivers in the league, and he's always really nice to race around, so it was fun running around JB for 90% of the night. But yeah, coming away with the win here is good after last year not having the result we wanted after speeding and then the whole fuel saving thing. But yeah, I'll take a win.
And Future did have some business to attend to, so it is just me doing the post-race interview tonight. But yeah, how about Hendrick Motorsports finishing first, second, and third? How do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel great, man. With the acquisition of JB, I really think that was and James, who ran really well last week, unfortunately got caught up in some stuff this week. I really think that that's a big step for our team. I think that we can have 3-4 cars in the top 5 every week with the guys that we have. So it's really nice to see that pay off. I can't tell you the last time we've had a 1, 2, 3 that's not SHR. They've kind of had a stranglehold over the team game on our league, but it's really nice for that to happen. Really proud of Bradley and JB. Bradley's going to get one of these 1.5 miles, and so is JB. Neither of them, they always run so good at these races, and they have no 1.5 mile wins in this league. So they'll get theirs at some point soon.
Yeah, and coming down for your final pit stop, I did mention in the broadcast, all of the miscues when it came to pit road entry for you in the playoffs last year. Like, did you have that on your mind as you were coming down to make your final stop?
Oh, 100%, Kylo. You know that. You saw me have my moments last year. I mean, I had maybe 4 or 5 times where I kind of threw my chance at the win away on pit road. So I've really made it a point to myself just not to let that happen again. Um, Honestly, though, I was more nervous about the strategy call because I thought more people would take two, and I was worried that the four wouldn't have enough time. But I was flying once I got out of the pits and got to Ryan, who took two pretty quickly. And then when I knew when JB kind of stopped that he was gonna have a tire advantage, but I didn't. The math in my mind didn't really add up for him being able to get there. I mean, I think he was better than me a little bit, but just I didn't think he didn't have enough time to get there. But I was more worried about the strategy called 2 versus 4. I was thinking about it that whole last run when me and JB were out front what I was gonna do, and I wasn't sure until I actually got in the pits and saw the fuel laps and stuff.
Yeah, we got Bristol next week, a really tough short track. What's your mindset going there?
Well, I was never really that good there until that playoff race last year. I think you broadcast. I led a lot of laps in that. Didn't have the fuel mileage, but I think I got like third or fourth in that race, and that was enough to get me through the transfer to make the final four. Um, yeah, just more of the same. I really think it's going to be important to qualify well. It's super hard to pass with this group at that track just since everybody's so good and that track really doesn't have much room to pass without being, getting yourself in trouble, loose wise or tight wise, or you don't want to wreck anybody. Um, so I'm really hoping to qualify well because I have confidence in my race pace. Really just looking for a top 3 to 5 finish. That's not a track that I go into expecting to win. I'm just looking to get good points and hopefully I don't know what the gap's going to be with Tegan after this, but hopefully cut that a little bit. But he's very good there too, so it'll be a tight one, I think, for sure.
Yeah, we can't wait to see that. Thank you for joining me, and congrats on the win. And we'll see you next week at Bristol.
Yeah, Future's not here. Do you want me to hang around and just help you with the interviews? I mean, I'm game for it if you want me to.
I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get through it. Who's next?
That
JB,
yeah,
do you want me to invite him?
yeah, if you would like to. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, your teammate helping you out a lot in that the later stages of that race.
Yeah, I
Probably
felt a
do.
little bad. I took some runs on him that were iffy if I wanted to take or not, but there was one point where I took him 3 wide, and it was because the 42 was there, and I really didn't want to be stuck behind him. But JB's here now.
Yep, and there is JB. You had a really strong run tonight, helping your teammate Michael Whitman, who is joining me for these interviews since Future had
Yeah,
some
Future bailed,
business
so
to
I'm stuck
attend.
here.
Yeah, Future had some business to attend to, but that's fine. So I mean, you finished second to Tegan last week at Phoenix, and you had a really strong car there. You come to Kentucky, you also had a very strong car, and yet you also finished second again. What's going through your mind on that?
This week doesn't hurt quite as much as last week. I still think I'd say me, Tegan, and Mike were pretty close
Kamal
speed
too, by
wise.
the way.
Oh yeah, Kamal.
I
Well,
started my interview talking about how bad I felt for him.
100%. Kamal had this race pretty much wrapped up if he didn't lag out. This was his race to lose. I mean, I still think us three were close to him, but I just don't think we would have ever really been able to pass him. It's just his car was so strong out front. But last week hurt because I knew for a fact I had the fastest car and just I threw it away on pit road. But this week, just strategy wasn't quite on my side. If I just needed a couple more laps to make it work, but I still had a good run and good points day, so nothing to complain about.
So yeah, next week we're going to Bristol, and as I was telling Mike, it's a really big but very small and tough short track. How do you feel about going there, considering that I believe you won the playoff race there?
Yeah, I ended up winning the fall race here last year. I feel pretty confident. My speed was definitely there. More so for this race, it's going to be based off of qualifying and because just you cannot get back in that pack. You got to qualify good because you're just so hard to pass with this group of guys and just this track in general.
That's
Just
exactly what I said. Just a
um,
great answer.
you just you honestly, it's just you got to be up front when it matters and counts, and that's right at the start of the race for this track, and it's just how it is. I think I could have a decent shot. We'll see what kind of strategies everyone pulls, but yeah, I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that last run where you and I were the top two, trying to keep the distance away from Bradley and Ryan, very stressful for me. I don't know about you. Um, but was the strategy call of 2 versus 4 going through your mind as much as it was mine during that last run? Because that's all I could think about, and it was kind of messing me up a little bit.
Um, I mean, it was going through my mind. It's just it was more so I was just trying to keep you and I kept away from Ryan and Bradley. I just I knew I knew two tires was an option, but I was more afraid that my left sides wouldn't be able to go the rest of the run. So I ended up scrapping that idea probably with about 8 laps to go in the run, and then Bradley went down. I was like, well, crap. Then you went down like 2 laps later. I'm like, well, crap. I'm like, do I stretch it and see if I can make the tires work enough? Because in practice, I had 8 lap fresher tires than you guys, and I was flying through everyone. So I was like, well, maybe having 3 to 4 laps would equate enough, but I was just about 8 tenths of a second too short on it.
Yeah, I
Which I don't.
loosened her up a little bit um on that last run, and I had one of my better short runs of the race because I kind of felt like it was in the window to, I don't know, I assume you loosened yours up too, but I felt like we were in the window where we could afford to do that without suffering the consequences of it.
Oh yeah. Well, what's funny is I loosened mine and then somehow made it tighter. And it's just how
Yeah,
this game somehow
speed
how
five,
this
right?
game works. But it's just I I did loosen it, but I just did not quite have enough time to get back to you. It was just I wouldn't say a bad strategy call on my part, just I guess ill timed. Didn't help that I had to pass Bradley and Ryan.
Right,
Um,
yeah.
but either way, I mean, it was still a good race. Just strategy didn't quite go my way in that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, you did have a very strong showing 2 weeks in a row, and I know second kind of stings, but it is great to finish in the top five for a second week in a row. JB, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week at Bristol.
Yep. See you guys.
Appreciate it, JB. Fun running with you tonight.
Yep. Fun running with you too.
And
Who
I
got
believe,
third? Bradley?
yeah, Bradley, but
Yeah.
I think he messaged me last week saying that he can't really do the post race interviews
We'll
because he
we'll
gets
give
up
him.
early in the morning.
Yeah, he has to get off immediately after. We'll give him a little chance here. We'll give him a minute
Yeah,
or two just to see. But yeah, he has to go to work very early in the morning tomorrow. So usually, and that kind of works like that every Monday. So it's definitely a tight window to
yeah,
get him in for the interview. But I
yeah.
think he had a great run tonight. He wants that mile and a half win so bad, and here he is now.
Yeah, and there he is. Bradley, very kind of you. Yeah, I think I can hear you. Yeah, thanks for joining us. You finished third. You had a very strong run. You worked with Ryan Parsons a little bit in the latter stages of the race. So, tell us what it looked like from your view.
Yeah, I was mentioning it in my interview and with JV. Like with how you're running and how he's running, I mean, you guys not having a mile and a half win yet, it's gonna come. You put it before me. I didn't know that. You were very sneaky about it. What was going through your mind with the strategy towards the end? Yeah, I didn't. Did 2 versus 4 ever go through your mind on that? Okay. Yeah, I was stressed out. I was telling JB and said it in my interview. I was stressed out in that last run because I wasn't quite sure. I didn't know what the window was going to be. Um, but moving forward, heading to Bristol, you got a third place finish this week, going to one of your best tracks next week. Think you can turn that third into your first win of the year?
Yeah, we hope we can't wait to see that. And congratulations on a strong top five, Bradley. And we'll see you next week at Bristol. Now go ahead and get to bed because I know you got to work early
Yeah,
in the morning.
get some sleep, big dog. You need it. Thank you, Bradley. Now, I have a suspicious feeling that our next interview might get a little spicy if you were
Uh,
listening to the race chat at all.
well, Future was listening to the race chat, and I did kind of make a comment about it, like at the start of the show. Like, I think Tegan has some very colorful commentary.
Yeah, he
I would
had
say.
a whole deal with the 42. I think 42 kind of made it 3 wide on him and Bradley and got up into Bradley and really took
Yeah.
Tegan's chance away from winning. Because if those cautions didn't come out, he was the guy to win for sure. Because I wasn't going to be able to get 2 seconds on him. Him and I were pretty close on speed. I feel like we flip flopped, so it wasn't going to be enough time. And
Yeah, and
here's Tegan Jones now.
yeah, there he is. Tegan Jones, once again, you had a very strong car, but with Kamal lagging out and the cautions coming out and you being shuffling toward the mid pack and getting into a bunch of guys, to come away with a top five still is still something to be happy about.
Maybe. If that's happy, then I guess I don't. I need to get a dictionary.
Now, take me through that moment on the restart. 42, 48, and you 3 wide. From what I could see in my mirror, it looked like the 42 was kind of, wasn't much space for him. Kind of kept it in there, washed up into Bradley, gets up into you. Talk about that and talk about, your issues even prior to that with the 42. What's going on with that?
You know, unless he sends me something that shows differently, he took it 3 wide and washed up into Bradley. And I guess it's my fault too. I should not have given y'all so much room. Because I should have pinched a little bit more. But I'd like to arc my corners when I'm on the high line. That way I get a run off, especially because you're already kind of screwed on the outside anyway. And so that I guess I put myself in a bad position there. But somebody gets bitched at for being slow and holding you up and checking the corners up, and then tends to fuck you over out of position, and then give his position to the same damn guy on the same damn straightaway. That kind of pisses somebody off. So if it weren't for the fact that I was an admin, we would have probably had a yellow because I should have walled his ass, bounced him off the backstretch wall, and had a damn yellow. That probably would have gave me a chance to win the damn race because he fucking took it away. This is
Uh,
a track position fucking racetrack. I was doing a good job before we had those 3 cautions of holding you and JB at bay on time. And all I had to do was just coast to another one. That's another fucking race at this fucking track that I either had fucked myself or gotten fucked out of, and it's a home track. So Tegan's about to become a bulldozer for the next few weeks, especially if he sees a McDonald's in front of him.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna try to keep my bias out of it since I transitioned to interviewer now. But yeah, there was one point where he said he was slow, but was also trying to pass a fast car. I didn't quite understand that.
He
But
gets
anyway,
in the back,
yeah,
and then he's like, "Oh, just out of the blue, I don't know why I'm so slow." And I'm like, "Well, no shit, figure it out because it fucked a few of us out of a good race." So it's whatever. I'm just gonna have to start fucking quit being nice
Yeah.
because technically, I mean, really, that's me being nice. I could have fucking cussed him out up and down and left and right, and I could have fucking walled his ass worse than what I did. So, um, it's just, and it pisses me off too that we have fucking cautions. We literally had a race at Phoenix last week where we didn't have a fucking yellow at a short track, but we can't go to Kentucky without fucking three yellows back to back to back. Laws of averages is going to tell you the leader is eventually going to get fucked on the pit stop, and that's all it took.
So do you think Kamal lagging out was the catalyst of you getting shuffled to the back?
No, because I was keeping my time. Like we have low draft with two cars. There is no. If it's there, it's
limited.
not
Yeah,
noticeable. It's very limited. And me and Kamal was pulling away from Bradley and JB, who
it
were
was me and
together as
JB.
well. Or what I say,
Yeah, yeah,
me and JB.
Bradley.
Okay, Mike and
Yeah,
JB. Like we started when they cleared the pack, we were second, and then we put them up to almost three, about 2.5 before the pit
yeah,
cycle started, or before he lagged out. It ain't like they were getting raced hard back there in the back. We put time on them, and
yeah.
it's just and they put time on the other group themselves because they're not racing each other. Like we wasn't. Like I couldn't get run to Kamal. It ain't like I was just sitting there riding. We were too even to make a run. Unless he fucked up or couldn't make it on his tires or fuel, apparently, I wasn't going to get
Yeah,
the
I didn't
lead.
know that.
So it's just this race is a track position racetrack, and it just goes to show you that there at the end, like I got pushed back, and that's all it fucking took.
I do have one more question for you, and it was about when we were trying to get the race started. Like, what was that you were saying in the Discord chat that like kind of got you all fired up?
I'm trying to remember.
I don't
What did I
know.
say?
When did he get fired up?
It was yeah, at the start of the race when we were trying to get the lobby situation sorted. Uh, Future was telling me like he was Tegan was going like kind of nuts in the chat, and I said like you had some pretty colorful commentary. I thought.
I wonder if it was like when I was telling Mike he was a bitch because of the lag or the delay that we were having in
Yeah, you were
Discord.
going at me for that.
But that was pretty early. Like we weren't even
That
in
was,
the
I think
race
that, I
yet.
don't know if the broadcast go. I don't know. I don't remember that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
broadcast wasn't even going yet, so I don't know. Well, I guess I'll have to go back
We always kind of mess around anyway, so
and I
a lot
also
of the
didn't
time it's
record the
not.
chat today, so that kind of sucks too.
Craig
So.
wasn't in there. I kind of wanted to hear your you going at him a little bit.
Yes. Damn it! The one time I could have got a good
Right?
sound clip of myself, I didn't do it.
Right. We can check his stream. It's probably on there.
Yeah.
Oh wait a minute, it's on mine too, so it just had the engine noise in the background.
Well, I mean, even though you did get knocked off your pedestal, I would say you did still come away with the top five, and we hope to see you next week at Bristol.
Oh, I'm gonna be at Bristol, and I pity the fucker that's gonna be in front of me holding me up. So I'm pissed, and I don't care who it is anymore. So you've been warned, Mike.
But hey, whoa! I didn't do anything to you. But I understand your frustration.
He's talking about the one that has the Big Mac on his car.
They don't have Mountain Dew at McDonald's, okay?
That's fine.
They don't have Mountain Dew at McDonald's. Thank you for coming in here, though, Tegan. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
All right, I'll hop out of here.
We all set, Kylo?
Yeah, I think we should do one more interview. I think we should
Ryan?
interview
Fifth?
Ryan. Yeah, he
Yeah.
finished fifth. Actually, I think we should do two more because I've been getting messages on both the stream chat and on my PlayStation messages that Spencer is nagging me for him to be interviewed.
Don't feed into it.
Pretty much in the same way. All right.
Don't let him win.
Okay, I'm not going to. But Ryan Parsons is joining us now. I would say you had a pretty solid day coming away with a top five result.
Yeah, I mean, definitely solid. I tried something there at the end, and no one else bit. I was hoping to see at least the other people in the top four try it. Didn't happen.
Yeah, I thought about it, but going into that last run, the fuel kind of was close for what I would need to do to make it actually like have a good time gain. What was going through your mind there? Because it seemed like our group and your group with Bradley was at a big stalemate, and it was like every inch of the track mattered because we were trying to gain maybe a tenth on each other for that pit cycle to have an advantage. What did you think
Oh,
going on?
yeah. So that mindset was trying to at least keep it as close as possible and make the least amount of mistakes because the time was going a tenth to you guys and a tenth back to me and Bradley. So then when the green flag pit stop started happening, I just made up my decision. I said I'm gonna go for two and see what happens because I had a really good entry and I'm like maybe Mike's gonna go for this, and if he does, I'm gonna be close enough at least to go for it. I just didn't think four was going to be the answer because even if I go four, I'm probably stuck behind Bradley, and I just wouldn't have and JB obviously pitted a lap or two, or maybe a few laps later, so there was no shot I was going to be able to get anywhere close to Mike. So I made the gutsy decision there.
Yeah, you had a pretty good car all night. What really went into your handling of your car? And you ran top 3 to 5 all night. You were definitely one of the heavy hitters in the field. What did it take for you to have that kind of speed?
The car came off good right out of the gate. The car didn't need any adjustments. It was just too good not to make it. Because if I made any, it just was gonna mess up my rhythm. It was more just me being in rhythm. The car was really good. So thankfully I got in a rhythm. Got out of a hornet's nest in the middle of the race, and just got back into where I felt like the car should have been, which was top three to top five. Uh, don't know if the car was a winning car, but it was definitely a top five car for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. You got anything for him, Kylo?
Nothing else, but Ryan, thanks for joining us. You had a very solid top five tonight, and I also will say my thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family on the
Absolutely.
loss of your grandfather, and I hope that
Much
run,
appreciated, guys. Thank
yeah,
you.
and I do hope the run made him proud.
Stay strong,
Uh,
Ryan. Love you.
love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, yep, and I think that'll do it for the interviews tonight. And Spencer, I will say this: finish in the top five, and then you'll get your interview.
Exactly. That's all it takes. You either need to finish in the top 5 or get into a feud with somebody. Well, granted, he got into a feud last week, but
Yeah, but he finished
the
in the
top
back.
5 really helps. The top 5 really helps to get in here for an interview.
Yeah, but anyway, happy birthday, Spencer.
Happy birthday, Spencer.
So yeah, I know that was a pretty fun little end to the stream with you hopping on and helping me out with the interviews, and I thank you for that.
Absolutely. Couldn't
So
let you raw dog it on your own, big dog.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Final thoughts on the race, especially since you were running in it and you were winning. Like, what was your big takeaway from it?
Very stressful. Once the pit cycle happened, I was pretty sure that I had it. But before that, it was a coin toss with me and JB, and then before the cautions came out, I didn't think I had a chance because here and there I could maybe gain a tenth on Tegan, but he'd always get it back, and it was going to be super tough to make up 2 seconds on him without some sort of strategy or him making a mistake. So it was going to be tough, and I was going to be okay running second or third because a lot of these races you've seen them plenty of times they go caution free. Um, but we had a couple cautions tonight, which is kind of uncharacteristic of us. So hopefully we can clean that up for Bristol. And I'm ready to get to Thunder Valley. I'm pumped.
Yeah, especially with a track like Bristol, it may be kind of difficult to avoid the cautions. And
We shall see.
one random question. Since I'm not really cup racing, do you think I can join the podcast at some point?
Our pod? Yeah, when we
Yeah,
get back on, you can absolutely hop on. We'll get you on for a couple for sure.
yeah. Especially to kind of provide some input on the racing action that we've had. like on here, both in Cup and in midweek, especially
You're the
from
guy to do it. You're the only one that has no skin in the game in the Cup Series, at least. You're watching from up top, so it's definitely an interesting perspective, and I'm excited to get you on there to talk about that a little bit.
yeah, and it's a good thing I'm watching it and not actually racing it because I'll just end up being a disappointment anyway. But my final thoughts on the race are just when you thought the race was going to go one way with the Stewart Haas guys winning it, there just a couple cautions can turn the race on its head. And in the end, it was my co-interviewer tonight, Michael Whitman, the 2023 champ, getting it done, and Hendrick Motorsports claiming a dominant finish. So, yeah, I can't wait for Wednesday night. I can't wait for Bristol, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be up here in the booth again Wednesday night. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I hope
So
we
we'll have
can.
a fun time. Me
Yeah,
and
I hope.
Cabron, I think.
Yeah, I hope we can actually be able to get a broadcast on the main channel for the midweek series
We definitely
on
will.
Wednesday.
Ryan let us down last time, but
Yeah.
we'll be back. We'll be better than ever. Me and Cabron, I believe, this week. I don't know if we'll have anybody else. Maybe we will. Who knows?
Yeah, well, if you're going to broadcast midweek, Kevron is not a bad choice. So,
No, he's great.
yeah, and we would like to thank you for joining us tonight for the Cup Series race at Kentucky. Congratulations to Michael Whitman on getting the job done. So don't forget to like the stream, share it with the people you know, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next week at the Last Great Coliseum, Bristol, Tennessee. And until then, good night, everyone.